range of threats to
This is amazing. You gotta see the structures right here on this road. It's simply a mind blower. I mean, they are literally. See what it is, and I'll say this. I've said this many, before, and I'll say it again. People will say like, "Wow, they really are close to the road," and no, it's the road that's close to them. And I'm not trying to make a joke. Look, you guys have to understand. We just paved right through them. They're not going to move. They're right here. I think they do move the home, like the insanity back. They're not going to let you see that. But they are structuring everything. In fact, I turned the camera on just now after passing it all. But like structures on the side of the road, X's, bends, just all their typical signs. Nothing else though on the sides of the roads. It's always the same things on the sides of the roads. It's always some weird looking twisted thing or a bend, or there'll be some kind of an X that's not exactly perfect, like they bend it in somehow. Let's just see while I'm running this clip. Things like this. Look at this. Look at the triangle. Things that are just not normal. There's no other damage around. Am I on that thing? Well, there's a triangle right there. I can't really see it. There it is. It's a structure. It's an amazing thing. Look at this forest. I'd like to show you guys. Yeah, I could just clip that on when I was in the middle of structures. That's if I find them today. I don't know. I know where I'm going, but I've never been within miles of it. I've only zoomed to it, but I do know it's going to be that good. I gotta show you, like coming into these aspen forests. Let me just see here. Hold on a second. There's something going on. You know what? Hold on 1 second. Let's just keep this clip going. I want to show you something. It's all stuff you can't see. It's an amazing thing. Why isn't what I'm about to show you happening here? There's nothing happening here. You get just out of view, like I'm telling you guys, I'm highly trained in this in looking for the, stuff that you can't see. It's been my job, so you get used to it. Look at this. I wanted you to see where this is that way. That's why I just literally got out of the car. Check this out. It's stuff that can't be denied. I don't care who you are. You can't think that nature did this. You just can't. It's impossible. Look at the bend. Look how they put that thing in there. This looks like a little bit of an older one. At a glance, because the wood's old, so it's hard to see. I've seen them, do new structures with old wood, but it does look like this has been like this for a while. I might even have seen this one last year. Same thing. I'm always looking off the road. Now I could probably just go in here, like go get my stuff, park. But this isn't what I want to see today. I want to get you guys the amazing stuff. This is the stuff they come down. Look at this. Let me show you this. It's amazing. Look at the end. This is what all that is about. That right there. You see that? I'm doing it backwards, but that's what they do. Look at the one coming up. That one coming up is just leaning there. Look at that. Sasquatch. Look again. Look at the log. Of course, it goes right through the log and breaks. Good spot. Good spot. It feels so good to be back here. Right next to it, leaner. I am in 4K. I should be. Lisa said it was. She's like, she's getting tons of timestamps, but she's like, they've been a little blurry. She's like, are you in 4K? I'm like, I think so. Look at all this. This is all a promise. That up top. You see this right here? See how parallel? Look. It's the same thing. They do that. Okay. When trees fall, they're not going to end up that parallel where you could line your drinks up on it and they wouldn't fall off. This is all kind of like an old wallow type of thing. So that's exciting. But no, so in other words, yeah, I could probably go straight up. By the way, when you get over there, just go straight up the hill. And sometimes, to me, those are the best spots. The places I don't want to go, or anybody else for that matter wants to go, you go up there and there's structures all over the place. You see this? This is cool. At a guess, older. It almost looks abandoned to me. I'm not seeing the disturbances. You know, I think this was an abandoned one, but that was incredible at one point. I mean, that was really good. It was really good. Okay, over and out. Fun. Let's see what happens. You know, there's a blatant path here. It goes to the rock, goes to here, goes to there. I don't think it's people. Give me a second. Let me get a place over. All right, take two. Looking much better. I'm on this side of the river. I love this forest. I did a video here last year. It's about half a mile to a mile that way through the woods. And I found like the same thing as those other places, you guys, lumber yard. Like a blatantly laid out lumber yard. It was amazing. I love this forest because it looks like, it's very Washington Statey looking to me. Green. It's a little different looking than a lot of the forests here in Colorado. Check this out. Right at the beginning. Here's the one issue I have here. Straight uphill. Give me a second. Yes, today's a tough one. Don't judge me yet today, because where I had to come into, now what I am finding, so basically I'm going straight up this hill. It is straight up, you guys. One of the hardest climbs yet, we're like in all of Colorado, but, and I know it's going to pay off up top, but the thing is, I don't know how far the top is from this angle. It just never ever stops here. But I got my bends. I've been passing all of these. I have these really crazy looking messy wallows, we're gonna call them, but you can see how open they are in every little spot. They have a place to sit. If you look very carefully, you'll see where they do this kind of thing. It's a perfect break, hanging straight down. Same thing over there. You guys, I was passing 100-foot, without exaggeration, okay, 100-foot long trees that had all been pushed uphill. It was an incredible thing. I didn't film it because I just think it's kind of boring, but just take my word for it. That was amazing. Look, I didn't even see a totem pole. And then you got like tons of disturbances and lots of pine cones. Too many pine cones. Oh, and I did pass a gigantic, one of those pine cones feeding places. See this? I don't want to spend a lot of film on this, but I wanted to kind of show you what I'm going through today. Trust me on this. Once I figure this place out, it's going to start getting really good here. But I know the things that you guys are going to want to see on video is up top. I know my interactions are going to be up top. There's a bunch of campsites down below. There's nobody here at this time of year. I love it, especially during the weekdays. So blatant. Look how unique that was, and that was just put right there. You see that? Look at that. There's no doubt about it. Right in this open area. Oh, it's starting to get a little better. X's on the ground, boulder, open wallows, with breaks and stuff. This is theirs. I filmed a similar area that's actually much more interesting that way because it's flatter and it's so beautiful. It looks like Washington State Forest. This was last year. I found their lumber yard. I was getting noises. I found everything. I got whistles as soon as I got out of the car today. It was an amazing thing. And I just acted like it was normal. I don't get excited with them when that happens. I try not to. Even inside my brain, I just calm. It's cool. They whistled. No big deal. You don't want to show too much excitement when they acknowledge you. When it comes to their work, this is just my opinion, by the way. When it comes to their work, yes, excited. Oh my God, you guys, this is the best. When it comes to reacting to them, a whistle back, even nothing. You'll notice. You guys wouldn't even believe how many times I've been filming when things were happening right next to me or right near me, and I didn't even tell you. I just ignored it, hoping it would come out. You see this? Look at the triangle up there. It's really hard to see stuff here, but you know, there's no doubt about it. They're here. So this is, you know, today is just a start, you know? Like I'm getting to get to the area I'm gonna get to. I think I need an overnight, and I'm not really wanting to do that, but I'm not willing to give that spot up. I need to go there. It's something they want. Look how crazy it looks. I don't care if it's wind or not, okay? But just look how crazy it looks on that boulder. You know, it's just a little bit weird, you know? It's like, you know, it's other planet-like. You know, everything is twisted and turned, and not a noise. Nothing at all since I got here. Nothing, because I think it's down below. I don't think they're right here. I mean, some of them, there's something knows I'm here, but to get interactions, I gotta get miles and miles up that way. Look at this trail that I'm on right here. Look at it. And then it's got, you know, of course it's X. And then you have a trail right underneath it. Bends, look at the bend. So this is good. This is actually getting better and better since I even turned the camera on. You know, honestly, after the first half mile up this hill, I was like, you know what, I gotta go back. Because I can drive way down there and kind of get up the top of this hill and then kind of walk over maybe. Is what I might end up doing today. But not until I do a couple hours in here. I really want to see what's going on in here and try to figure out why they're doing it so sloppy in here. See this? That's all them. Boulders. Decorated. Field gold stuff, you know, but it's not the supreme area. Perch. Ooh, look at that. He sits right there. It is so sunk in. It doesn't look like it was today or anything, but this was definitely a spot right there. Not hard to believe by looking at that. Give me a sec. By the way, so that I was just showing you the walkway there and stuff, and that little perch. Look, I had to film this. This is important. You see how big this tree is? You guys, this is really steep here. Right here. It's a really steep hill, right? It's pushed uphill, and it field goals those two. And not only did it field goal them, but I believe that gap was much smaller. You know what I mean? And it actually spread them. You know, they did that. This is something that Sasquatch does. You know, most people, believe it or not, will just walk right by that. They're not going to realize that that's going uphill because they're not thinking about it. You know, I'm looking for every single possible thing that looks weird when I'm out here. You know, and you get really used to seeing the same exact thing over and over. You know, I've been seeing that here, and I see it everywhere. Here's another one right next to it that touches it. That goes uphill and kind of makes an X on the ground in a sense, and then you got your third. You know, so in a way, that's really, really neat. I love that. Give me a sec. This is actually really cool here. And I'm getting some kind of interactions going on above me. I just sat right there on that log. And something, I can't tell you exactly because I don't know. But the reason I sat is because I have fresh footprints. Fresh. I mean, these things were made like within the last, if not just a minute ago, you know, in the last day, couple days, for sure. Look at this. You can see. I mean, it started. I was looking at it. Looked like an elk or a deer. In fact, I see really little scat there. It doesn't even look as big as a deer, believe it or not. But I think it is a little deer and probably a baby. So that's what I thought it was. And then I got to here. I started really seeing, you know, fresh disturbances, and then the first footprint. And there's even toes on that one. Like, good enough. Toes, right? Then you got your second one. Look at the dig out on this one, okay? Hold on a second. My pole's hitting. Can you see? Look, let me put my foot in there so you can get an idea. Look how big that is. That's like a huge footprint. My foot fit perfectly. Look at the pile of dirt behind it. Look at that. Can you see this? I'm gonna move it all so you can see. Like he really, not as quite as much, but a little pile there too. Look, that's a footprint. You see that? I asked the dumbest questions. Of course you see it, but look. Footprint. Boom, boom, boom. There's another one here that lightens. And then that's it. I can't tell whether he went left or right. It looks like he walked right into this tree. But he might have been, he wasn't holding on to it. I don't think they need to do that, like where we would pull ourselves up. This is good. I told you there was one out here somewhere. You know, it's early in the morning. You know, I don't know their schedules. I believe it's, you know, the crazy part. Look, let's put it this way, you guys. The nighttime is when they're comfortable interacting with us. You know, they go the extra distance for me, I think, because I beg for it. I bless the place every time I come in. I tell them how much I love them. And I'll tell you, it's an amazing thing. I ask for things a lot, and sometimes I don't get anything. And then that other day, right, the falling tree day, you guys, I was genuinely sad. Like, there was no way to fake it with them, and they knew it. And they were all over me the entire day just to make me happy. Like, it was a crazy, crazy situation. And, you know, I don't have that sadness today. I have anxiety. You guys, I really need the help on Patreon because it's this close. I'm just starting the summer, and if I don't get some more help, it's going to be over before I even begun. Like, I can't keep up. You know, which I was fine when I had 30 grand in the bank. I just, you know, all that money's gone from not keeping up. You know, I've used all that to compensate. It's not like I have retirement and I'm like trying to get help so I don't spend that money. There is nothing. You know, I was married and divorced. I married a very evil lady. She's a very terrible person. She wasn't when I was married. She was this beautiful, awesome person. She really was. And then something happened to her. And she is just, you know, she's a godless person, let's put it that way. And I see a lot of godless people that don't believe in God that are great people, but she is, you know, God. Like, there's no fear, you know, from her actions. She doesn't care about, you know, and she justifies everything. She thinks she's this saint, you know. It's amazing when she ruins everybody's life. It's horrible. Oh yeah, look at this. You know, it's amazing. I get those footprints and then I start seeing this stuff. There's your 3. Same stuff always. Ooh, I'm starting to like this video. Like, I mean, you can get this stuff on a 50, 60 degree angle. It's really good. You see this? Really cool looking X. They're here right now. Look, I got a really crazy arch right in front of those 3. I can't see it on the lens, but there's an arch right there somewhere. Is that it? Yeah, right there. And then I'm trying to get up. Looks like there's a clearing of aspens. So they love to mark the borders of the aspens and the pines. So I want to go check that out and hopefully get to something cool. Over now. It's crazy. That squirrel, he's looking right at me. Can we see him on camera? That was crazy. He ran right up my leg. And he's still looking at me. You guys, I'm not gonna lie, okay? Hold on, I gotta zip my fly. Okay, I stopped right here to pee. There's another one right there. I have never had that happen before. All of a sudden, like, there's movement. I'm like, what the heck's going on? Because I thought it was the tree branches, but he was running down that tree, ran up here, literally up my foot, up my leg, jumped right there, and he's still right there staring at me. Look, I swear to you. What's up, buddy? Look, he's right there. He's right there. He ran up my leg. I'm not kidding. That was amazing. I mean, what are the chances of that? While I was taking a pee, I'm not kidding, in this place, look. You guys, look at this. It's really getting kind of, you know, eerie, and it's one of those side areas. And then a squirrel runs up my leg in the middle of the forest. I can't help to think that sometimes these creatures think I'm one of them. That's what I think. I don't know, you know, like sometimes the bird interactions in Bigfoot universe and stuff are, I feel like they're responsible for it. Other times, you know, I feel like, because remember how, you know, I always say, like, why is the birds happening on this spot? You know, why not anywhere else? Why is it always on one of their main areas? Always, right? Look, that field goes right into a trident. Because, you know, and this is just a guess, like I'm just guessing, but, you know, is it possible that sometimes they think, you know, because the Sasquatch actually told me, I said, I know those birds are your pets. And he said, not pets, brothers. And I said, well, either way, you know, something's up there. And I'm thinking that sometimes when I'm on these spots, and if they're not right there, the birds actually think that maybe I'm them, you know, and they possibly get fed by them or whatever. Because they come in expecting something a lot of the times. And I feel like if they're not remote viewing through them, then they must be, you know, these birds must be thinking I'm them. All right, so just a little clearing here. It's not going to stop my upward climb, but I'm just going to keep going. You know why? Because look at the two leaning right there. You guys, I'm in the middle of nowhere. Oh, I've gotten a really good distance up this hill. I'm doing really good today. Give me a second. This tree's so big, and there's a big bend and a break and a pushover there. Look underneath there. And there's this giant pine. You don't see these too much because of all the fires in the past. It's rare they survive. It just looks really fishy to me. I don't see anything with my eyes, but man, is that other type of tree. All right, so again, you guys, bear with me, because even here, by the way, is closed. Like any dirt roads that went up high here are still closed for the rutting. You know, it's an amazing thing. You still never see people like, where's the Bigfoots, Mark? I've said this before. Well, where's anything else? What makes you think a species that has eluded humans for, I believe, for millions of years? Well, you know, at least they've been here that long. Is, you know, and go figure on how long humans have been here. You know, that you would be able just to walk in and like be like, there they are, they're right there, they're talking, you know, and they're not going to know you're there. Are you kidding me? It's all energy. They have these other creatures, and I think even them, you know, just know when you're around. I mean, they know before you even get out of your car, you know, before they know everything. It's an awful lot of branches ripped out of that tree, isn't it? I told you this tree is really suspicious to me. Because, look, there's no way that it's all wind and they all just piled up right there. I don't believe it. And look at the pine cone eating underneath. There is a squirrel nest. Well, there's a nest there. I don't know what it is. It almost looks like maybe a bird because it's not that big. And there is what looks like maybe a squirrel nest all the way at the top. And, that, you know, I'll buy that. Give me the little piles like that. But I'm also seeing all of these sticks ripped off from way up top. Look right there. That's where they came from. How could all of those sticks just there have been ripped off and thrown down? I told you I had a feeling about that tree. And that's before I saw that. I know half the people will completely be on board. Other people will be like, what are you talking about? I prefer the other half of the people that say, what are you talking about? Go watch somebody else, because I don't have the patience for you guys. This isn't Sasquatch 101. If you get it, come to Colorado Bigfoot. If you don't, you need to figure this stuff out. I mean, you're welcome to watch my videos, but don't criticize, you know, and ask stupid questions, because I can't, I don't have time. What are the X's for? Like, I'm done with that. I've answered that question maybe 3,000 or 4,000 times, and I'm not doing it anymore. Ask someone else what the X's are for. I can't do it anymore. So as you can see, I found one of the roads. This is closed down below for rutting. This won't be open probably till June 22nd as well. And you know, I'm 5 or 6 miles up this hill, and nothing crazy yet, but I have a feeling that I'm gonna walk into something that looks at least, that was at least worth. Yeah, I had a squirrel run up my leg today. I had whistles when I got out of the car, but nothing, I think too satisfying for the video yet. And I'm not leaving here till I get something. Starting to look a little better. That's what I'm looking for. I need my, I want to know they're here. You start seeing X's, and then wallows. It's good. It means, and all the blockage. Look at this blockage. See, this is flat here, which makes it even more blatant. Which tells me, oh man, look at these hiding trees. You guys, I get them. The reason now, just because that tree looks cool and looks like you can hide, is not why I think it's a hiding tree. It's because I see the leaners. And all my best timestamps in trees always have those leaners. Or sometimes it's one big one that comes out like that. So I got blockage, leaners. They seem very concerned with this tree, guys. Look at this. It's flat here. Look at this. This is good. I like this. Just because I went from nothing to seeing this all of a sudden, with miles in between. Do I think it's the ultimate? No, but it's good. It's good signs. I've rarely been failed. And then when you got a really nice trail through the mess afterwards, it's a great sign. X is out front of this behind me. I really like this. Is anybody home? Oh, I really feel squatchy in here. Crazy amount of pine cones. I'm guessing when all this goes on, a lot of those pine cones fall off the trees. They clearly make these paths through these crazy spots. And half the time, I don't know how they get through there if you're 10 feet tall. You could, but ooh, we got more of this stuff. Look at this little hidden place. I got X's right there. I got bends into structures. That's good. This is good. Wow, are these guys hard here at this particular area? It is, man, I really thought I was gonna have, I found spots, but you know me, I wanna improve every video. I don't want it to be the same old stuff every time. And that's coming for sure. This month too, I'll be in places. That'll happen this month, but really, for sure, in June. And the June through November is just incredible up here. You're telling me that the wind did that? That was pushed into place and it's been growing like that ever since. I got to be careful. I'm really getting sucked back in here now and I'm still going away from my vehicle. This is all matted down here. Could be snow. And that just continues to go like this for a long time. Your constant blockage. Constant, look. All these little places back in here. Triples. Look at the triples. But I gotta stop here and go this way because I'm too far into the day to go that way. I could get really messed up on the direction if I go any further. I still need a GPS, things like that. People are like, why don't you have a GPS? Why don't you have this? Why don't you have that? I'm like, you're not even on Patreon. How am I gonna have anything? I've gotten the trailer and the living down to $1,000 a month. Okay, that's the cheapest possible way in the world to do it. Okay, it's cheaper than any apartment up here starts at $2,000. So it's pretty good, but I still can't afford it. So I don't know how long I'm gonna be able to do this if I don't get some more help. That's why I don't have a GPS. because I spent my life savings on this already. And I need one. And my cell phone, you know, a cell phone has GPS, but doesn't work here. What is this, you guys? Look at this unique spot. Very dog-man-y. Oh yeah. Look at this. Look at this. Oh my God. Look at this. Man, I got the chills in here big time. My hairs are standing up. Look. Ooh, a little pile of pine cones right in front. This, see, to me, this is not Sasquatch. And I could be completely wrong. Let me start this clip over. So look at this trail. I just started the clip over so I could see. You got your break, right? That's a break right there. It's a field goal. It's wrapped in there. You had to turn off of all that blockage I've been in. There's a literally, this is a home or something, because you know this is his spot. You turn off the trail, you come in here. He's got his own little driveway, which is a walkway. You got whatever's going on there is like, I have never seen that before. I mean, I see ground stuff, but it's like a fan. It's all starts there, and then it fans out. But all of these sticks basically go to the same spot, which is amazing. And then you have this. This is so hidden. I can't even tell you, and there's not really much leading you to it. You saw me. I was just talking on the video when I found this. This was lucky. Sort of. Oh, I got more back there. See that back there? Little dog man stuff. I'm telling you, you guys are all going to be on board with me with that. I don't know what I say dog man because I don't know. You know, I don't know. Look at the fork. It's something else. Trails through here. You see what I mean? You see how that is a little different looking than, say, the structures I'll show you? I'll say witchy, you know, just to give you an idea. You know, I don't think it's a witch. I just think there's like witches up here with like pots. If I start seeing stirring pots, I'm out. I don't need any more bad like spells cast on me. Bad luck spells. Look. You know, it's just different. Do you guys see that? Please tell me in chat, because I need to know if that just looks different to you. Looks different. I can't even tell what the heck is going on there. You know, especially with the ground in front. I was following that blockage up there. You guys see this stuff? Look at the trails in here. There's a place where, you know, where just no people have ever been before, in my opinion. You know, maybe the state at some point, you know, who knows, and they're building the roads. I don't know how they do that. I think a lot of it's done by helicopter. You just can't cover you know, they don't explore the woods. They just think it's all the same. Look at that one, just randomly there. You guys see, like, how that's strange? That's brand new. I mean, you guys, brand new. And I don't think it came from above. Look how thin those are. They barely even have, it's not from that tree. This is from a nice hardy pine tree somewhere. Right there. This is one of the other ones, okay? This is one of those, you know, those things you see in the sewer or like on a trail cam somewhere. It's not Bigfoot. They're best of friends, I can tell you that. They live separately but together. They live always touching each other. The only thing I can think of is, you know, they help each other in some way or another. But you guys, I'm not making this stuff up. I see the same thing in every place I go. It never changes. It looks different because it's a different environment, but it's this, and they're different Sasquatch. But it's the same thing. I use the example all the time. Like, you know, I could draw a capital A, you draw a capital A, and they're clearly look completely different. But anybody else in the world will be like, oh, it's a capital A. We all have a unique touch. Some people can do it really cool, you know, in cursive, you know, but we still know what it means. And that's what they do. So when I show you something and I say, that's exactly the same thing, you know, it's the same thing. It's just that guy, you know, people are different. They're different too. Man, that trail that goes through there is something special. That is like crazy. And my hairs are still on end. And I'm not nervous and I'm not scared. You guys, I'm not afraid of these guys. Just know it now. I know they can take me anytime they want. You gotta understand, to be able to do what I do, like I'm not talking about going out on your Sunday and sending me pictures of structures. I'm talking about deep into these Bigfoot worlds where I go. I don't even think my biggest watcher understands, where I am most of the time. I don't think you get it. You can't be here and be scared. I'm ready to die right now, this second. I don't even care. No more bills, no more Patreon, nothing. Take me out right now, quick. I want it quick though. How cool would that be? I think all you guys will know. If I disappear, I've said this before, if I just disappear, you guys, trust me, it's them. I didn't fall off a cliff. Whatever they tell you, it's a lie. It's because of them. That's why I'm not coming back. I don't care what happens. If my body's found or it's not, it's because of them. And I don't think that's going to happen, but if it did, great. I'm ready. Do I want to die? No, I want to make that very clear. I see that all too much. But if it's one of these guys, how cool I'll be when I'm dead. Look at that. Be like, yeah, Mark got killed by Sasquatch. Look at that. I'm just talking crap, you guys. I'm up here all by myself, a little delirious here. It's been a really tough climb. To me, that's a good X. Like it much. I got another hollowed out little tree. I don't think it is anything now. But although I have had in Bigfoot Universe, wait till I show you that log again if it's there. The little people log. It's simply amazing. I'm not going down to that one. As suspicious as that looks, because I gotta go this way. I don't want to go down any further. I have to walk back up. See, here's another one. They love just laying these brand new trees. And it didn't come from up there. Look, there's nothing up there. There's no way that got there except something put it there. And I'm seeing them all over the place. I'll tell you, there's something up with that log. Let's go look. Because I'm not seeing, it didn't look like it went in, but I'm seeing way too much work done around it. Yeah, it doesn't go in that I can see. Oh yeah, it does. Hey look, they got the same ones in that. Look at that. The spikes in the middle. It's for being chased or whatever. Let's see if I can get my thing. See the spikes in there? See that? Same thing in Bigfoot Universe, except that one's perfectly hollowed out for like little people or something. See that? They make a perfect star in there. We really feel like if something was chasing them, they could run in there and it would stop like a bobcat or something. Look at this, trident. Hold on. I'm sitting down. Trident right there. X. Leaner, it makes an X. They really piled on this log. So I know it doesn't look like much and you probably think I'm crazy, but I'm not. This is what's going on. This is how they do it. There's other little things out here. It's not just Sasquatch, and I'm getting tired of pretending like it is, to be honest with you. I really am. I'm tired of just because of the rest of the world is so freaking ignorant that I have to just, everything's Bigfoot. I can't speak my mind. I can't tell you what's really going on out here. I can't tell you what really happens to me. I can't tell you anything. I have to show it to you here because you're not going to believe me. And there's some amazing stories and some amazing things I could tell you. But I'm not going to do it because, people won't let me. So, by the way, you guys, I have no negativity going on. It's all been great. I can't remember the last time I read a negative message. I don't read the YouTube that much, so it doesn't matter. I just can't. You guys have got to remember, I have 420 videos, and in any given second, I'm having, 2 or 3 comments per video. That's 800 messages, every couple hours, and it just never ever stops. How am I going to keep up with that? Respond to one of the messages, I get 2 responses back from each message, practically. All right, so let's do this. What are we doing? Give me a sec here.